Donald Trump posted over the weekend that Russia may not be serious about ending the war, that Vladimir Putin might just be tapping him along, and that we might need to put more sanctions on Russia if they're not serious. Well, does this mean that Trump is now changing his mind and his perspective on the war and Russia and Putin? Probably not. Now, it does come on the heels of a meeting between Trump and the president of Ukraine at the Pope's funeral. And that seems like it might have shifted things a little bit, but it was only a 15-minute meeting. Now, what do I think really impacted it more than anything else? Well, not long ago, not long before that meeting, Russia had attacked the capital city of Ukraine and killed civilians. It seems specifically aimed at civilians. It looks really, really, really bad. And what Trump, if I were to take a guess, is trying to negotiate with Putin is Putin's basically saying, listen, if you let us keep all of this territory that we've already occupied, we will sell you the rare earth minerals that are there for much more cheaply than the Ukrainians would be willing to sell it to you. Because the Ukrainians are, of course, they're trying to survive. They really need it. They want to be able to have access to those minerals in the future. But Russia, what it really wants more than anything else is to be able to say it has Ukraine. It's part of like Putin's personal philosophy of Russia. So they're willing to sell it much more cheaply, probably, than the Ukrainians will as part of this negotiating tactic to turn the United States against Ukraine. So what's actually happening here, I don't think is Trump suddenly realizing that Putin is not a good guy. What I think is really happening here is Trump has been working hard to turn the American populace against the Ukrainians and against the president of Ukraine. They had that whole meeting where he really tried to humiliate and antagonize Zelensky. And the goal is to make us think that we're wasting money on Ukrainians who don't really want to end the war. So every time Russia does something like bombing civilians, it makes Trump look bad. So that whole post was really him saying to Putin, I want to give you what you want, but you have to stop making me look bad and make me look the fool. Pretend you want peace, pretend that you are going to do the things we're asking you to do, will eventually get where you want to be. Thanks so much for watching. If these kinds of issues are important to you, please subscribe. Every day I try to put out content on politics, current events, and science from a philosopher's perspective. If you check out my page, you'll find that I do some longer videos where I go really in depth into some of the details on this stuff. And most importantly, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.